Greetings from James William Mugeni. James William Mugeni is a medical clinic officer. James William Mugeni is a certified public manager. James William Mugeni survives and lives in America. Yes, fellow countrymen of Uganda, what is going on? What's going on? What's going on? Is sodomy, homosexuality, whatever, the biggest sin that we have right now? Are you sure? I have spent close to 5 years of sleepless nights trying to save Ugandans who are dumped in the Middle East and left there on the streets. Recently we had it is winter, and we had so many children almost freezing on the streets in the Arab world. I have not seen any church taking a strong stand like you are taking a stand on homosexuality. Right now, the news that is there is the swindling, the stealing of workers' money, NSSF. It's there before us. It's in glare. And the church is silent on this. The church is silent on this. I want to ask the church, how do they explain death? How do they explain death? Because the simple explanation of death that we know is that all have sinned. Through one man, sin entered the world. For we all die because we have sinned. So who is not going to die? When you die because very soon some of us are beginning to doubt what is taught in the Bible. We die because we sinned. So anyone who dies, he dies because of the sin. And sin is multifaceted. The status of Uganda today, where people are greedy. I thought Christianity condemns greed. The status of Uganda today, where prisons are full with young people. I thought the Bible condemns oppressing the children of God. Churchmen, what are you telling us? The combination of the church with the politicians of Uganda, the combination of the church with the politicians of Uganda is what has led to homosexuality in Uganda. That now you pretend to be condemning. First condemn the politicians of Uganda. When you dehumanize people, I want people from northern Uganda to come and disagree with me that I'm telling a lie. People of northern Uganda were sodomized by the army. People of northern Uganda, I was a service provider there, were sodomized by the army. People in prisons, Uganda prisons, where I was a service provider, were sodomized. Yes. So why are we all of a sudden jumping on homosexuality and lying to Ugandans in our cloaks? We are lying. I want to see a priest who stands and condemns the way Ugandans are being robbed. Resources, state resources, turned into individual resources. People stealing what belonged to citizens, and they take them as individual, personal property. I grew up from stadiums. Right now you just go anywhere, you say stadium land was sold. Ugandan priests Please, please, I thought you're supposed to preach. I thought you're supposed to preach. You are all as preachers. You're supposed to reach our hearts. Speak to our hearts to change our morals. Give us accurate knowledge. You cannot right now sit combined with Museveni that we know. 40 years of his leadership is greed, is greed. He kills, and this is what we see. And unless the church condemns this first, the church should not jump on homosexuality that has existed. Sodom and Gomorrah is an example. The Nephilims, sons of mighty angels, introduced Sodom to men. You know that. Why don't you preach from the Bible? You priests, you sinners as priests, you are lying. You might turn some of us into priests because we're like, why is the church? Where is the church when every Ugandan is crying? I thought a church would be a place of refuge, but instead the church is now combined with the greedy politicians. The church is trying to ride on homosexuality because Museveni is talking about it to be identified as if they are holy. And yet you'll find the church involved in land grabbing. You'll find the church involved. How many times have we seen churchmen struggling for microphones to speak in Kololo? We saw this, we've been seeing this. And why homosexuality now with mushrooming churches left and right? We have enough churches such that would be spiritual. How come you are running to identify yourselves with China that has no religion? Yes, the Chinese, who are now, I saw that children even start exams in Chinese language. They have no God. They don't believe in God. So homosexuals don't believe in God. And yet China, that has no religion, is now our greatest partner that we want to use to dump perhaps America where and UK where homosexuality comes from. And yet America and UK is the greatest place of refuge for Ugandans. Church of Uganda, the Catholic Church, the Muslims, the first thing you must condemn is dehumanizing Ugandans. Stop jumping on homosexuality. It has been part of the teaching in the Bible. Do not steal, and we are stealing. Do not kill, and we are killing. What about blasphemy and lying? We have a nation that lies to the citizens, and the church is not condemning this. Very soon you lack followers. That's why they are taking the homosexual path. It in fact assures, because you say homosexuals pay school fees. This is what the church used to do. Homosexuals, I don't know, they're mentioning all good things. I want the Church of Uganda or any church to mention a good thing that they're doing today to change Ugandans. Your cardinal principle, your cardinal role as a church is to reach the hearts with accurate knowledge of the flock, of the sheep that now looks like a sheep without shepherds. Good evening.